Welcome to Open Level Hatha Yoga with Pam Medina. Today we have a special gratitude class today, connecting with the bounty of blessings that we have in the universe. And we do need to have blocks for our standing split pose, a strap for Mother of Universe pose, and bolster and or blanket for legs up the wall towards the end. So if you haven't gotten that yet, please do so. And let's come up to the top of our mat for some yoga. So you can face any way, any direction that you would like to get started. And we're going to have our feet fist distance apart. You can just measure the space between your big toes. Make sure all your toes are pointing forward. And then pick up your toes, spread them out wide, plant them down on the ground. Push down into all four corners of your feet and unlock the knees. Pull up the pelvic floor, tighten the hips and buttocks. Lengthen through the spine. Imagine the spine is being pulled through the top of your head and through your tailbone, lengthening in both directions. Shoulders up, back, and down, and turning the palms forward, chin level with the floor. Let's just take a deep breath in here. Exhale, let go. Standing here in mountain pose, Tadasana. And just a moment of gratitude for solid ground, for the planet we're standing on, and for the mountains. And let's begin to access the accessory muscles for our breath, bringing both hands to the belly, taking a deep breath in through the nose, filling the belly as much as you can, filling the lower back with breath, and exhaling, feel the belly contract. Bringing the hands to the rib cage, taking a deep breath in, filling the entire circumference of the rib cage. You might visualize the breath circulating there. And then exhale, feeling the ribs contract. Resting the hands on the rib cage, on the collarbones, taking a deep breath in, not lifting the collarbones, but letting them lift with the rising of the breath into the tippy tops of the lungs. And then exhaling, feeling them descend. And you can keep your hands there, here, or anywhere that feels right for you today, as we connect deeper with our breath. So inhaling into all three parts, expanding the belly, lower back, whole circumference of the rib cage, filling the upper chest, collarbone, shoulder blades. Exhaling through the nose, relaxing the top of the torso, the middle torso, the lower torso. Inhaling from your feet, all the way up your legs, hips, spine into the top of your head. Exhaling from the top of your head, all the way down your whole spine, your legs, out the soles of your feet. And then let's just stay here, breathing. Grateful for breath. Grateful for the life force energy that it gives us in the form of prana. Keep breathing deeply now as you breathe into some aspect of your life that you're grateful for. Breathing into some aspect of your life that you're grateful for today. And then continuing to breathe deeply, taking some time now to breathe into gratitude for some quality about yourself, something about yourself you're grateful for, some quality about yourself that you're grateful for. And now we're going to experience gratitude for the sound of our voices as we chant the sacred sound of Om, Ah, O, And remember, as you chant, that Ah sound comes from the heart center, Oo from the throat, and then the into the third eye and up through the crown chakra, out into the cosmos, like a fountain floating over your head, spilling out to the universe. So a deep breath in. Ah, Thank you. So let's begin our 7 directions. So we're going to bring our palms together and interlace all the fingers but the pointer finger. Root down through the feet, tighten the hips and buttocks, engage the navel. Now we're going to start by just reaching the arms up and think about, again, that tailbone reaching down towards the earth mother, the crown of the head reaching up through the spine, getting long and making that spine as long and tall as possible. And then depends on which direction you're facing. So we're just gonna honor all the directions, no matter which direction we're facing, taking a deep breath in and exhaling, side bending to the right, honoring the north or south direction. Keeping the hips and shoulders facing forward, knees soft, and just breathing into this idea that there's something to be grateful for, blessings, gratitudes all around us. See if you can use that right hand to pull that left hand over a little bit more. Keep the navel back, the tailbone reaching down, the knees unlock, the spine longer, reaching over and inhaling up. Go back to that long, tall spine and exhaling, side bending to the left now. And that idea again that blessings are all around us. You can even give gratitude for the wall that's next to you. You have a roof over your head. Using that left hand to pull that right hand over, shifting the hips over to the right, navel back, tailbone down, reaching up and over over and pulling that navel back, inhaling back to that long, tall spine. Okay. Now begin to drop the head back as far as you feel comfortable and safe for your neck. Bring the arms back with you, stretching those armpits. And then lift the chest up like you're placing the sternum on the ceiling, opening the heart, feeling that nice stretch through the armpits, through the front of the body. The weight can come into the heels a little bit. Keep lengthening through the waist, dropping the tailbone down, lifting the spine up and opening through the chest, coming, stretching. Blessings to the east, and then exhaling, folding forward. Keep your arms squeezing through your ears as you shoot those fingers forward, push the buttocks back, and fold all the way down into the west here, honoring the blessings in the west. Dropping that head, maybe bringing the hands behind the ankles or the calves here. Thinking about bringing your sternum now between your feet. Maybe thinking about bringing the forehead to touch the ground or to touch your toes. Really pushing down through the feet, pressing the backs of the knees open, lifting the sits bones, drawing the belly towards the thighs, as you move the thighs back. And then left hand to the right ankle or shin. Inhale the right arm up, reaching the hands away from you as you recognize blessings, gratitudes, things to be grateful for coming in above you towards from that right hand and below you from that left hand as you twist. Spread the arms. And switch hands, inhaling that left hand up again, blessings coming from below as you push down through that right hand, blessings coming from above as you reach up through the left hand and twist, rolling the right shoulder under, left shoulder back. And exhaling, folding back into the west. And then hook the hip, interlace all the fingers with the pointer, hug your ears with your arms, pull your belly muscles up. Just coming back to stand, getting as tall as you can. And honoring the within, that's the seventh direction within. And exhaling, bringing the palms to the heart center. Relaxing the arms down by your sides. Taking a moment to pause, feel the energy of the seven directions. Okay, we're going to do a sun salutation with the Crescent Lunge. So if you'd like, you can take your blocks for this, especially if you're not familiar with sun salutation. For those of you that have knee issues, feel free to keep your knee up on the plates is where we bring the knee down. So up at the top of your mat near the narrow part, feet fist distance apart. Blocks can be next to your feet if you'd like to give it a try with them. And then exhaling, palms to the heart center. Just taking a moment here to honor the sun and the moon, because we're going to do both the sun salutation with the moon pose inserted in it. And then hooking the thumbs, reaching the arms far away, tightening the hips, lifting the chest, opening the armpits, placing that sternum up onto the ceiling again, tailbone down, stretch, and exhale, fold from your hips. You can bring your fingertips next to your toes inside your blocks if you don't need them. If you need blocks, use them on any setting, low, medium, or high. I'm going to demonstrate with the blocks. And then just stepping the left foot back now as far as you can and bringing that left knee down if it's in the cards for you. If not, keep your knee up if that hurts your knee. And then option to stay right here with the knee down or up. And engaging the navel, bringing the hands to the front thigh, pressing the hips down, letting them nuzzle towards the soil, tightening the hips and reaching the arms out and up, bringing the palms together and lifting the chest, opening through the throat and really pressing down through the hips. What I want you to look for here physically is the opening through the left, front of the left hip. We're going to need that for Natarajasana, King Dancer pose later. And so just finding your breath, grateful for the moon, for the night, for the stars. And placing your hands back down to the floor, to your blocks. Bring your right knee back to meet your left knee. If you're using the blocks, just widening them so your hands can come between where your blocks were. Spread the fingers out wide, middle finger points forward, curling the toes under, lift the hips up, look back at your feet fist distance apart. Lengthen through your spine, push your hands down and forward, down into the roots of the fingers. Don't put all your weight into your wrist. Keep more of the weight towards the fingers. Shoulders wide. Imagine someone's pulling your hips back behind you as you push down through your heels and work your chest towards your toes. Really feeling a gigantic stretch through the back of your body, particularly through the heels, the calves. Press purposefully into the Earth Mother. Lift consciously through the hips. And then bring the knees down to the ground. Engage the navel. And lift the hips. Drop the belly. Shift the shoulders forward. I'm just going to slide this block forward so you can see me better. And then pull the elbows back. We're going to bring the chest and chin to the ground. The hips and elbows stay up. This is a little bit of a back bend here, 8-limb pose. Just let the heart melt into the earth for a moment. And then reach the legs back, toes back. Really accentuate that leg reach, pelvis down. Draw the nose to neck and chest up, shoulders down. And let's hover the hands a bit here for a moment, just so we can start to activate those back muscles. If your wrists are tired, you can tent up the fingertips and lift the wrists and then lift up. Otherwise, you can just press your palm down. Roll the shoulders up, back and down a bit. Cobra. And reach those legs back. Lift up through your cobra hood. Look up through to the ceiling. Open your chest. Shoulder blades down, sternum forward and up. And then plant the hands and exhale back into your downward facing dog, upside down V. Lifting the hips, pressing your hands down and forward, broadening the shoulders, broadening the fingers and toes, pressing down, pushing your buttocks towards the wall behind you. Stretch, push your feet and hands into the ground. And bring your knees to the ground. Bring your hands back to blocks if you're using them. And step your left foot forward between your hands. And sink the hips. Open the chest. Again, you guys that need the knees off the ground, you can lift that back knee or keep it on the ground, whatever works for you. And then hands to the front thigh, hips and shoulders forward. And then reaching the arms out and up if you can, otherwise keeping the hands down, palms up, lift the chest and press the hips down. I'm looking for that stretch through the front of the right hip. We're going to need that there. And think about forming a crescent moon with the back of your body from your right heel up the right leg, spine into the arms and fingertips. And bringing the hands to the ground, right foot steps forward, forward fold. Maybe hold the backs of your legs here, give your legs a little hug as you deepen the hinge at your hips. Trying to draw your sternum through your shins. Pick up your belly muscles, hook your thumbs, hug your ears. Reach your arms forward, up, and arch back again, opening your armpits. And exhale, hands to the heart center. Go ahead and separate the legs, relax the arms, take a breath. Oh, and feel the energy of Surya Namaskar, the sun salutation. All right, we're going to move into some other standing postures. So you might like to turn sideways on your mat. So you can use that grippy mat. And we're going to come into a nice wide stance, extending the arms out to the sides, nice long spine. And you can turn your toes out just a little bit. So your right big toe is at 2 o'clock, left big toe is at 10, navel back, tailbone down. Exhale, squat down. Think about opening the inner thighs, pressing into the outer edges of the feet, tailbone down, nice long lower back. Bend the elbows, turn the palms up, lift the chest into Devasana, goddess pose. Receiving your blessings. Giving thanks for your blessings as you breathe here. Maybe thinking a little more, perhaps some gratitude for the women in your life. And then pushing into the feet, coming to stand, relaxing the arms, turning the toes forward, and bringing the legs together. Take a breath. And let go. So the next pose can be very challenging. It's the King Dancer pose. So a couple of options for those of you that are maybe new to this. You could walk to a wall, because what we'll be doing is eventually catching the foot here, and then I'll give you some cues to arch back. If you can't catch your foot, you could tie a little strap around your ankle and catch it that way. It's another option. And then you would just kind of keep wrapping until your arm was as straight as you could get it. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do it on the wall for the first one, and you guys can do it off the wall. I'll give you the cue for both. So what you're gonna start off with is your feet this distance apart. If you're using a wall, you're gonna stand arm's length away from the wall. Don't stand too close to it. And then you can hold on to the wall as much as you need to, engage the navel. And everyone, whether you're on the wall or off, you're gonna look for something to focus on, something that's not moving. So you're probably gonna be looking at me. You're gonna ground down through the left hip, left foot, and bend the right knee. Catch the right foot or ankle. And then start to drop the hips, because usually that right hip lifts. You wanna tighten the hips. Push down through the right knee, and you can stay there with your left hand on the wall the whole time, or you could raise the left hand up into Chin Mudra. Reach your right hand and your left hand away from one another and start to kick that right foot back, forming an arch in your spine. Try not to let the knee kick out. Draw the sternum forward, keep reaching the foot back, pushing the chest forward. Working into your back bend into King Dancer. Nataraja pose. So great pose for your back, your spine. Wonderful for the health of your legs, the strength of your muscles and bones. Also helps to build grace and balance. Keep kicking that foot back, lifting the sternum, and then release. Okay, so you can go ahead and just take a break there for a moment. And we're going to do the other side. So if you need to, you're going to stay on your wall with your right hand on the wall. Otherwise, your right hand can be on your hip. And then you're going to bend that left knee, catch the left foot. Bring the inner thighs together. Push that left knee down. Okay. And then option to keep that right hand on the wall or raise it. Thumb and pointer finger pad together to touch into Wisdom Mudra. And before we move at all, we're going to reach the left knee away from the right hand. So we get length, hips and shoulders stay forward. And then kicking that left foot back. Lifting the sternum. Once you can't lift the foot back, kick the foot back anymore, we begin to arch the sternum up. And you can smile here. We're in Natarajasana. Gratitude for the ability to dance. And maybe gratitude for the men in our lives. And releasing. Oh, great. From here, let's go ahead and we're going to work on our humble warrior, stretch to release that off of our back and move into standing split from there. So I just want to show you what that sequence will look like. I'm getting warm. So it's going to look kind of like this. All right, you'll be in your humble warrior, and then I'm going to have you bring your hands down to the ground or the blocks, and you're going to kick that left foot up, coming into your standing split. Okay, so just so you know, that's how it's going to roll. Okay, so let's start from the top of our mat. Feet fist distance apart. Hands on the hips, nice long tall spine. And we're going to step the left foot back and ground the left heel. Both hips and shoulders are facing forward, bending the right knee. And you want to get that right knee stacked over the ankle. If you find that your knee could jut more forward, bring that left foot back more. So you're really working on your full range of motion. Keep that left heel planted, left big toe points towards 10 o'clock. Hips face forward as best they can, but don't hurt your knee. So try to pull your right hip back and really plant that left heel down. Strong belly. You're going to bring your arms back behind you. Interlace the fingers. Reach the knuckles towards that left heel. Lift the chest a little. Open the sternum. And then really ground through that right foot. For some of you, this is going to be as far as you want to go. The rest, start to take a fold, bringing your right shoulder towards your right knee. And drop your head, gazing at your right foot. Press powerfully through both feet. Lift the knuckles up. Lengthen through the spine. Nice long spine, long lower back. Some of you that are more well practiced and might like to slide that right shoulder, or maybe it's not even well practiced, you're just flexible enough to start sliding that right shoulder into the right inner knee, working your face towards the floor. Keep the belly muscles pulled in. Humble warrior. From here, bring the knee back up to the knee. If you lowered it, place your hands on the blocks or on the floor. If you don't need it, I'll demonstrate with the blocks. And you're gonna kick that left foot on up, coming into your forward fold, raising that left foot as high as you can into standing split. Keep your hands on the blocks. You could bring them down towards the floor, and you want to work actively the right foot into the floor and the left foot into the sky. Draw this belly towards the right thigh, the sternum towards the right ankle, the face towards the foot, maybe touch your nose towards your knee, reach up, kick out even more, and then lower the left foot and roll up slowly. Take your time with that. I don't want you to get dizzy. Great, take a moment to pause there. Looking good. Looking good. All right, let's do the other side. Okay, feet fist distance apart, hands on the hips. We're going to step this time, the right foot back, right heel on the ground. Your right big toe is going to point towards 2 o'clock. Left knee's going to start to bend over the ankle. Again, you find the knee starts to jut past the ankle, move your right foot back more. Or left foot forward more, either way. Turn your hips as best you can forward, navel back, left hip slides back, and then interlace the fingers behind your back. Draw your knuckles down towards your rear heel, open your chest, deep breath in, and then exhale, left shoulder towards the left knee, if it's in the plan for you today. Push down purposely through both feet. And let's take a moment to be grateful for the lessons that we've learned in our lives. That the lessons that we've learned cultivate humility and grace. If you have more space in your hips, you can start to draw that left shoulder inside the left knee. Keep picking up those belly muscles, tailbone long, powerful through the feet. And then place your shoulder back on your knee if you lowered it. Plant your hands on the floor or on blocks and kick that right foot up into the sky. And then start to powerfully fold from the left hip, push down to the left leg, reach the right foot away from the left leg, work your belly towards your left thigh, your sternum towards your shin, maybe bring your nose towards your knee, reach the feet away, and maybe a moment of gratitude for the ability to transcend and change. And lower the right leg and engage the navel and take your time to roll up. Just pausing in stillness, feeling the vibration of the posture. Great. And then wherever you are, you're going to have your feet fist distance apart and have your hands on your hips. Some of you might need blocks sooner. And we're going to start to pull the belly muscles back and bend the knees and start to sit the hips back. The heels will start to lift. You're going to keep coming down, down, down into crouching pose. Some of you may not be able to do this because of your knee health. Keep your knees up, or for whatever reason, maybe because you have a belly and a baby, if you can bring your knees together, And pull your palms together at your heart, shoulders over your hips, strong belly. In crouching pose, moment of gratitude for the balance that we have in our lives. You're doing great. And then you can either fall back or come forward. And we're going to set up for side plank. So from here, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And for anyone that has knee issues, feel free to do a regular plank or put a blanket underneath your left knee. Okay, so from here, kick your left foot off the mat. Keep your left knee where it is. You're just moving the foot off the mat and reach your right leg out. What I'm looking for is one long line, 3 points, your left hand, left knee, and your right foot in one straight line. And then reach your right arm up towards the ceiling into side plank A. You're welcome to stay here in side plank A, or press down for your shin and raise your right leg for side plank or for 1/4 moon. Or for those of you that would like to switch into side plank B, you could have the right foot in front of the left knee and straighten the left leg out, lifting the left hip up. And then if anybody would like to try side plank C, the right foot, right leg would be stacked right over the left. And then keep lifting that left hip wherever you are and breathing deeply. Reaching your arms out. Some gratitude here for our strength. And then wherever you are, we're going to meet back in side plank A with the left knee on the ground and the right foot out. Same side. And we're going to bring the right arm parallel to the ground and reach the right foot and right hand away from one another and start to side bend to the left. You're going to let the left elbow bend as you bow the right side of your ribs towards the ceiling, reaching your right hand, fingertips towards the wall and the floor, reaching out for your right hip and right foot. You might even be able to edge that right foot out more and really squeeze through the left side as you stretch the right side here in arch pose. We'll take a moment here. The arch symbolizes opportunity. Gratitude for the opportunities in our life. And then go ahead and come back down to all fours. And we're going to switch sides. So I'm going to spin around. So I'll still be facing you. And I'm just picking up the belly muscles. We're going to kick that right foot off the mat, keep the right knee where it is, and reach the left leg back. One long line, 3 points, right hand, right knee, left foot. I'm going to reach that left arm up. Okay, reach down for the right shin. Your option to stay right here or come to 1/4 moon, raising the left leg up. Or if you want to come into side plank B, left foot in front on the ground, extend the right leg out, keep lifting the hip. Or side plank C, both legs stacked, lifting the hips up. Great. And let's give a little length through that spine here. Gratitude for our endurance. Breathing. And then wherever we are, we're going to meet back in side plank A with the right knee on the ground. And bring the left arm parallel to the ground over our ear. Good. Plant the left foot, reach the left foot and the left hand away from one another. Get lots of length there. And then start to bow the left ribs up towards the ceiling, moving into a side bend as we side bend towards the floor, squeezing that right side of our body. Let the right elbow bend a little bit. Breathing deeply. Opportunity. Gratitude for opportunities and new beginnings. So an opportunity to be grateful for new beginnings. And then coming back to all fours. Okay. So from here, if you have a baby in your belly, you're going to stay on your hands and knees. The rest of us are going to come down onto our bellies. Okay. And just extend both of your arms up over your head, palms down. And zip your legs together. And just begin to reach your hands and feet away from one another. And then reach your right leg and right arm away from one another and just lift the right half of your body. You can lift your head as well into a variation of half locust pose. Keep reaching out to the furthest edge and then lifting up as high as you can as you breathe here. Gratitude for our spine, for our back muscles, the ability to heal and transform. Lowering down. And then reaching out to the left hand, left leg, and lifting that left hand and leg up. If you'd like, you can also lift the head and really reaching out to the furthest extent, lifting up to your highest high. And lowering down. Forehead to the ground, relax. And from here, you can repeat that. Or you could do double arms and double legs. So if you'd like to do half again, you're going to reach your right leg and arm out and up. Otherwise, reaching both arms, both legs out and up, lifting up. Reaching as far as you can, lifting up as high as you can, smiling as big as you can to encourage the spine to move in that direction. And think about squeezing all of the back muscles, activating the buttock muscles, lifting up and out. Gratitude for the digestive system here. And exhale, lowering down. Option now to do the left side only, or both sides again, reaching both hands out, both legs, tightening all the back muscles, back of the legs, back of the buttocks, back of the back muscles, and lifting up, reaching out and lifting up, getting wider, longer, the ability to extend and expand and lift and rise up and transcend and release. Okay, we're going to turn our cheek to one side, separate the arms and legs, and feel that spanda, that eternal pulse that exists inside you and everyone and everything. And turn your head to the other side, getting a nice even stretch here on your neck. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go ahead and come on up to sit on a blanket or a block. If you have tight hips, I highly recommend getting your hips up high on a block. So just sit, you would just place the block underneath your sits bones. And otherwise, if you're fairly open in your hips, you can use a blanket to sit on. And this is the posture we'll need our strap for. So this is Mother of the Universe pose, or Gormukhasana. Some people call it cow face pose. So what you're going to do is sit with your legs crossed with your right ankle in front. And if you need the support of blocks underneath your knees, feel free to place them there as well. Navel engaged, tailbone is pressing down, shoulders are down. And we're going to fold the strap over our left thumb. And then just bring that strap around our back. And I'm just going to stand up and show you what I'm doing with my arms. So from here, you can use your right hand to just pull that left elbow back a little bit. And then bring your right elbow out, right hand out and down to hold the strap behind you, and walk that hand up your strap as best you can. Now, what I've found is that if you take a little bit of a back bend here, you can walk that hand up a little bit higher. And then mindfully bring your shoulders back over your hips, navel down. And some of you won't need the strap. You can interlace your fingers. That's fine. And we're going to just stay here and breathe. And we can breathe some gratitude for our shoulders, our arms. And we've been moving pretty strongly. So what I'd like you to do now is really bring the emphasis to the gratitude and to the breath. The depth of your breath. And we're going to stay just like this, just maybe inching the bottom hand a little bit higher up if that's possible. Now, if you're more seasoned in your practice, we're going to come into a fold now, and you could come into your fold with your arms like this. But if for whatever reason, balance or back issues, or injuries, that's not available to you, feel free to bring your hand down and fold from there. So we'll take a deep breath in and then draw the sternum forward, folding from the hips. Maybe tapping the forehead to the ground or allowing the head to hang. If you can keep your sits bones down as you lengthen your spine a little more for one more breath. And then picking up the belly muscles as you come back up. And some of you might find you have even a little bit more space now. And go ahead and mindfully release the arms, relax for a moment. Gratitude for the release. Okay, so let's just lengthen out the legs, shake them out a little. And cross with the left ankle in front now. And bring the strap over your right thumb this time. Bring the strap behind you and bend the elbow that has the strap. Take your left hand and draw that elbow across behind your head. Keep your chest lifted. Reach your left hand back behind you. Walk that left hand up the strap as best you can. And then remember, once you get to your edge, if you do a little bit of a back bend here, lifting your sternum, you might be able to walk your hands up that strap a little bit more. There we go. And then we're going to bring the shoulders back over the hips, navel back, spine long, nice deep breath in. Exhale, settle into this posture. Let's breathe gratitude for the Milky Way, for the whole entire universe. And remember to work that depth of the breath. One more breath here. And then keep your arms right there. Maybe you can inch up a little bit more. Keeping your hands here. And your choice, you can either bring your arms down. That's more befitting to your needs. Being grateful for your ability to honor your needs. Or a deep breath in. Keeping your arms as they are. Exhale, folding. Bringing your forehead to hang or maybe to the ground. Keep your sits bones down, breathing deeply. Maybe finding a little more length for one more breath. And engaging the navel, keeping a nice long spine as you come up. Maybe bringing the hands even closer. And with conscious attention, releasing the hands. Gratitude for letting go. Moving into our final pose tonight, Viparita Karani, legs up the wall pose. If you don't have a wall, again, you're more than welcome to just prop your hips up on a blanket or a bolster or a block and just place your sacrum on that and raise your legs up. We're going to be in the posture for about 5 minutes. So if you would like, you could put a bolster on the wall, pull your mat towards it. You could even wrap yourself up in a blanket. I would suggest, before we come completely into the posture, to now put your socks on and your sweater, or whatever you have. That's what I have. I don't know what you have on, but put on whatever you need so that you're not too chilly, and because your body temperature is going to start to cool off now, and then you're going to be in a really nice, relaxed place, and you're not going to want to have to sit up and fidget a lot. So, and you might also like to have with you anything that you use for deep relaxation kind of nearby. And if you want to dim your lights or raise the temperature in your house, in your room, you can do all of those things. Okay, so just making sure you're comfortable and warm enough. And then if you've never done this on the wall with a bolster, the way I like to do it is I kind of kneel next to it with my back on the wall, and then I bring my hip to the very edge of the bolster and bring that same side of the hip that's touching the bolster. I bring that shoulder down and then swing the legs up. Some people like to wrap their legs around with a blanket. You can do that. Just make yourself comfortable there. The idea is to just get the hips a little bit higher than the heart, if it's at all possible. And if that's not possible, that's fine too. You could just have your legs up. Sense that your hips and shoulders are equal. Your head is in a position that can be still. And then let's just close our eyes. And take a long, deep breath in and out. And just receive. Just receiving. And as you stay there and receive, I'm just going to allow some soft music to be played for you.
So grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am blessed.
So from here, just taking a moment to roll onto, if it's available, the left side. If that's not available, any side will do. And just stay laying on your side. Be careful not to lift your head. And as you're laying on your side, just kind of let yourself curl into a ball, maybe wrap your arms or hands around your knees into a fetal pose. And just taking a moment to give thanks for our life's journey. Once you were a fetus. And we're going to seal in the energy of our practice here in fetal pose today. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace to you. So from here, if you need to get going, I bid you a beautiful good night and an absolutely blessed, harmonious Thanksgiving filled with gratitude. And I dare you to be the weird one that talks about what we're grateful for. And just don't force anybody to ask, because that never goes over well. But feel free to ask. Happy Thanksgiving. And for the rest of us, we're going to set up for Yoga Nidra. So take your time. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to set up for deep relaxation. So if you'd like now, you can lay on your back, put your bolster underneath your knees, add any blankets, pillows. And just making any final adjustments. Just take a deep breath in and a nice long sigh out through our mouth. And let's begin by just feeling some gratitude for our hair all over our body. So the hair on our head, our eyebrows, all the hair on our arms and legs and back. We have very, very fine hairs that we don't see, some of us, coating the whole body. And then just becoming aware of the head and feeling gratitude for the brain, its ability to think, solve problems, dream, create, imagine. And moving into the ears and just relaxing back and receiving any sounds around you. Instead of pushing any sounds away, just gratitude for the gift of hearing. And then drawing the awareness to the space between the eyebrows, the third eye. Allowing some thankfulness for our intuition, our insight, our wisdom. Moving awareness into the eyes themselves, allowing some thankfulness for our sight. And drawing the awareness to the nostrils. Taking a moment to experience gratitude for any scents, any aromas in the room. And drawing the awareness down into the mouth, allowing gratitude for our sense of taste, the ability to speak, sing, and make sound. Drawing the awareness down into the neck and throat, our ability to swallow, and this neck that carries the head all day long. It gives us the ability to twist and turn. And drawing the awareness down into the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the fingers. Perhaps opening to gratefulness for our ability to touch, to hug, to work. Drawing the awareness back up the arms and shoulders, down into the back there towards the shoulder blades, the upper back, the middle back, the lower back, all the back muscles in the spine. Our ability to move and bend and stretch and carry and stand upright. Twist. And drawing the awareness down the hips, and down into the legs, the knees, the ankles, the feet. Allowing gratitude for the ability to be mobile, to walk, to dance, to run, to do yoga, to stand. To travel. And drawing the awareness back up, the legs into the pelvic floor, the hips, the buttocks, the anus and sex organs. Our ability to let go of what no longer serves us, to release waste. And also for our ability to create, to be intimate, to birth, to make love. And drawing our awareness into our bellies. Gratitude for the digestive tract. The ability to absorb energy through our food and water. And moving into the chest, feeling a moment of gratefulness for our respiration, for our inner rhythm of the heart, for our ability to love and be loved. And then sensing both the belly and chest simultaneously, sensing that that wave-like motion, the rising and falling of the chest and belly. Gratitude back to the breath. Back to the prana, the life force energy that sustains us. Back to this automated process that we don't have to think about. We don't have to try to make happen. It's happening for us all the time. Gratitude to whatever great, mysterious force makes that happen. Gratitude for you. Gratitude for me. Gratitude through each and every breath connects us in silent unity. There is no breath ever taken that hasn't been touched by everyone and everything before. Every tree, plant, bird, and flower has kissed this breath. Om. 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 And then taking your time to gradually come to a sitting position for our closing breath. Taking care that you are sitting up nice and high on your sits bones. Placing any blankets or bolsters underneath you that you may need to raise your hips so that your spine can be erect. And your heart open, your shoulders stacked. Turning your left palm up, thumb and pointer finger together to touch and resting that on your lap. Right hand makes the peace sign, and we place those peace sign fingers on the third eye. We'll open and close the right nostril with our thumb, and we'll open and close the left nostril with our ring finger. So centering the head, closing the eyes if you are familiar with alternate nostril breathing. Deep breath in through both nostrils. Closing the right nostril with your thumb, exhale left. Inhale left. Switch, exhaling right. Inhaling right. Switch, exhale left. And inhale left. Switch, exhale. Inhale. And switch. Please continue with alternate nostril breathing, focusing on taking your deepest breaths that you have taken all day. And if you feel comfortable alternating your nostrils and breathing deeply, you can layer on any final gratitudes you'd like to connect with on each inhale and exhale. Taking your time when you exhale out of your right nostril next, lower the right hand, keep the eyes closed, and just sit in silent reverence for your gratitude practice today. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And now's the time to close with our peace sloka. If you'd like to join me, bringing your palms together. Deep breath in. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Namaste. The divine in me honors the divine in you and knows that we are one. Thank you so much. And I hope that you feel much gratitude for yourself for taking time today to honor yourself and your needs.